Hi folks, my name is Colin Lewis. I'm the race director for the Bury to Clare Challenge 2026 in aid of St Nicholas Hospice Care. Accompanying this video are the final comms, so if you haven't done already, could you please take a look. It does have some important reading, and also we do have a mandatory kit. So I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's joining us on the Bury to Clare Challenge 2026. The Bury to Clare Challenge is a 18-mile multi-terrain race or run or walk, and we'd just like to ask, when running on the road, please run on the left hand side. Where we're not running on road, we'll be running on rights of way. These rights of way will be used by other users. We don't have exclusive use, so please give mutual respect and try to give way where possible. And always give a smile, it always helps. Due to this event being held in rural Suffolk, there will be the possibility of livestock, so just be aware and take care when approaching livestock. I have been assured that the livestock in the areas we know of will be moved, so you shouldn't have any problem. However, this is not always the case, so please take care when traversing footpaths that have livestock. This is a self-navigatable route, but we have marked the course for ease of navigation, and we have supplied a GPX file for you to download on your watches if you have the tech. You can find the GPX file on our website, Fields and Forest Trail Running Events. So that would make life easier for yourself. However, like I say, we have marked the course. And please stick to the footpaths, the countryside rights of way. This will avoid upsetting farmers and landowners, because all land is owned by someone. We don't really want to be straying across other people's land. Signs to look out for: we will mark the course with an arrow, directional arrow. And also there'll be arrows similar to this, but a lot bigger. They're generally on the roads. These ones are generally on fields. They're usually stapled to a little post or bridges, or maybe even trees. Try to avoid trees, but yeah, you'll see those ones. The council, the route is marked by the council by a sign like that, telling you it's going to Clare. And where we can't mark the other signs, there'll be road markings on roads. So it's a blue marking. So really, no one should get lost, but if you do, call the numbers. There are also marshals to guide you and help you along your way. You'll recognise our marshals. They'll be the ones with the smiley faces and the orange high vis, and they'll be the ones cheering you along. Please respect the marshals' decisions, where they will be at road points to help you cross. However, we can't stop the traffic, so it is your responsibility to cross safely. A little bit about the start: you'll register at Nowton Park, and if you want us to carry your bags to the finish, you'll put your number on your front and where it's visible to all the marshals. Tear off the tag at the bottom, and this tag at the bottom will go on your bag, and then your bag will go into baggage storage, which is blue van, and then it will be transferred to the end for you to pick up at the end. Once we've finished at registration, we'll walk you down to the start line, which is approximately 200 to 300 yards from Nowton Park. When we walk you down to the start line, we ask you to walk on the pavement and until you get to the crossing point. And I must stress that we stay on the pavement. The road will still be live. We have no road closures in place, so you must stay on the pavement until you get to the crossing point where you can cross safely. There will be a lot of people, so once one person tends to cross the road, everybody tends to follow. So please wait until you get to the crossing point before you cross. If you find yourself struggling, then and you don't think you can finish, try and make your way to the next aid station or marshal, and the marshal will arrange for you to be collected and taken to the finish. If there's no marshal, give myself or the first aider a call, and we arrange to pick you up and take you forward to the finish. Although the event is in a reasonably populated area, there's some times where we'd struggle to get to you. You'll be quite remote across fields. So in case of emergency, call the emergency services. We'll do our best to get to you as quick as possible. Due to this event being off-road, there are many hazards. There's a lot of trip hazards, roots, rocks, all sorts of things. You will be expected to climb over a few stiles and open and close a few gates. We do ask you to close gates where you open them. As I've mentioned before, there is livestock along the route, so please treat everything as you would when you have a day out in the country, and follow the countryside code. We will be supplying refreshments. We'll have drinks and a few snacks on aid stations. We've got 2 aid stations, one at Brockley and the other one at Stansfield. Brockley has a toilet, and we are putting another sort of intermediate water station on at the church at Somerton, and we're also putting another toilet there as well. We are trying to reduce our impact on the environment, so in the mandatory kit you'll find that we are a coupleless event, so you will need to supply your own water vessel, bottle, neoprene bottle or bladder for the event, where we can fill them up at the aid stations. We provide rubbish bags at each aid station, so there's no reason for anybody to throw any litter or drop any litter. I know sometimes you put it in a pocket and it falls out. If you're a person behind you find any litter that's may look like one of our runners or any litter, could you just pick it up and take it to the aid station and put it in a bag? Yeah, all we ask you to do is store your gel packets or electrolyte packets about your person until you get to the next aid station where you can dispose of them. Anybody willfully throwing litter or damaging any part of the course or property, we will ask them to leave and ban them from further events. When coming into the finish, you'll be coming to Clare Country Park from the Cavendish Road back end, and then you'll come into the park and run alongside a ditch inside the park, and then you'll come to a post which will have a sign on it turning you right across a bridge, and then you'll come up between the sidings of the railway station or the old railway station, and you'll see the finish arch through there. Keep moving under the finish arch and then into the funnel. We'll keep you funneling through to stop any congestion at the finish there, and then you pick up your medal and a bottle of water. You can find our permit on our website, so if you want to check that out, we're running under England Athletics rules, and they do say that there's no dogs. If you bring a dog, then you won't be able to run under the rules, and consequently you won't be covered by our insurance, so we must stress that there's no dogs allowed. This was clearly written on our terms of entry as well. If you're aware of any reason why you shouldn't be doing this run due to health or injury, I know it's a hard decision to make when you're at the starting line or at registration, but you really should not be running if you haven't got the capability of doing so. If you enter injured, you put unnecessary stress on our resources, and also you risk your own health. And I strongly recommend you leave it for another year until you're ready to take on the challenge. I hope you all have a great day and enjoy your day with us. We do our best to look after you and give you a great experience. So thank you all for entering, and we look forward to seeing you on the day.